Hello and welcome to 3.0 TV. I am Vishakha Thakur. The gaming industry is the center of Metaverse today, and tech giants are betting big on it. According to a report by Valuates, gaming-led global Metaverse market can reach $28 billion by 2028. So today we have invited Mr. Saurabh Gupta, who is the co-founder of online gaming Metaverse platform Tamasha Live. Welcome to 3.0 TV, sir.
Hello, thank you very much for making me part of the show. Would love to share my insights and let's take it forward.
It's a pleasure to have you, sir. So, sir, as I mentioned, according to a report by Valuates, gaming-led global metaverse market can reach $28 billion by 2028. So, how does this relate to India, or what do you think that would? How big is the Indian market opportunity, basically?
So, I think if we talk about India, the overall gaming market is in a very nascent stage right now, right? There is far more, opportunity or scale that can be achieved. I think a week back, India surpassed other countries to become second, highest, country with most number of players, gamers in the world, right? After China. So that is quite exciting. So we have a lot number of players, out there. They just need, right games, products, and opportunities to, monetize, right? And this shows that there is a huge opportunity out there, not just for Web3 games, but also for in general the gaming industry, right? So currently we see, the gaming industry is of size more than $2.5 billion and would reach around $8.9 billion in the next 5 years. So this is the overall gaming, right? And out of that, there are multiple segments. There is real money gaming. There is people pay for playing games through subscriptions.
Games, true.
Yeah. So the Web3 segment is very, very small compared to the overall gaming space. Even in the next 5 years, real money gaming is going to dominate the space, which would be more than 50%. But how I see Web3 games or Metaverse fitting in this is basically, integrating with the existing gaming ecosystem, right? So let's say if you talk about games like PUBG or Free Fire, right? There are a lot of virtual assets, but most of these virtual assets that are out there, they are in Web 2, right? So if you buy a gun on PUBG, you won't be able to truly own it. So whenever, PUBG shuts down their service, you will leave all the assets that you have collected, right? So how I see gaming is going to evolve, or basically Metaverse is going to evolve in gaming, is basically fitting in the existing gaming ecosystem. So esports is growing at a very fast pace. In India, the real money gaming space is growing. Casual gaming and hyper casual gaming market is growing at a very good pace. And we will see the component of Metaverse and Web3 gaming is going to fit in the existing Web2 gaming ecosystem. So that's how I see the space is going to evolve.
So, companies are betting big on Metaverse. If we talk about Meta, Apple, Google, so likewise, countries too are betting big on Metaverse. So Dubai, Korea, Singapore, they all have their Metaverse strategies going on. So where does India stand when it comes to strategy? And do you think India has a massive role to play in leading the Metaverse revolution?
Definitely. I think India is a powerhouse of resources, right? So when IT sector was shaping up, right, India was, one of the leading country to provide all the resources, human resource to the entire world, right? And right now, India is leading in terms of, being the IT powerhouse for the entire world, right?
True.
Similarly, it happened with SaaS as well, right? The SaaS industry grew exponentially. Companies like Zoho, they became a global company, right? And similarly, we'll see that in the coming years, India would be providing a lot of resources, to develop high quality games, to create animations and other things that are the technology infrastructure, right? So there I see that India would be leading, in terms of providing the technology and infrastructure to the world.
So as you said that India would be leading in terms of providing the technology, it is being said that Chennai is all set to become a hub for Metaverse in India. So what are your views on this?
So I think it's very early to say. Definitely, I think in Chennai, there are a lot of Web3 companies, Metaverse companies, AR, VR companies that have popped up, right? And this happens whenever there are certain companies that are coming up in a particular locality or area or a city. A lot of other companies started setting up their base there, right? But since the gaming industry is in a very early stage, we'll see that which over the time that which city or which part of the country will emerge out as a major place for metaverse companies. So right now we are seeing that a lot of early companies are there in Chennai, but Bangalore is also doing good, right? In Gurgaon also is growing really well in terms of technology companies. So what I see is that over the time, if we'll see a big corporate coming out of India from a particular locality, from a particular area, there we will see that particular city will going to evolve, right? So something similar happened with Bangalore as well. When Infosys came, Wipro
Right.
came there, TCS came there, and the entire ecosystem developed there, right? So right now, most of the companies that are there in Chennai, they are startups, right? If we see a big corporate emerges, out of Chennai or maybe any other city, we will see the entire ecosystem starts developing there because their employees will start, setting up more startups there, right? That's how the ecosystem grows, right? So that's my thought.
Very true. So let's talk about your platform, Tamasha Live. So can you share some details on user base, projects, and other commercial data on your platform, including some investments and tie-ups?
So Tamasha is a 2-year-old company founded by me and Siddharth. Both of us were graduates from IT Bombay, and I have been in the gaming space for quite some time. And Tamasha is something which we started, with a vision to create a metaverse of gaming, a virtual place where people can play their favorite games. They can make their friends. They can be a part of communities. They can buy interesting NFTs and things like that, right? And initially, we started, developing on Web 2 because that is the interface that is most familiar with most of the people, right? Currently, the interfaces in Web 3 are a bit complicated. It's not very easy for everyone to log into MetaMask, right? So we created the entire ecosystem on Web 2. There are thousands of influencers on Tamasha who run their communities and clubs, right? And there are more than 1.5 million users on Tamasha who transact a few crores a month, right, on the platform. And there are multiple games, so we are building a three-way ecosystem where we are helping game developers to publish their game on Tamasha and monetize through it. We are helping creators to monetize, right? So any creator can start their club and they can, start earning on Tamasha by making their community people play games, through tournaments and all. And then there are players who can make friends, enjoy games within their community, and be a part of the ecosystem, right?
Wow, that's interesting. So there are so many sectors which can leverage the opportunity at this time, be it manufacturing or e-commerce. So say if a medium-sized e-commerce retail or any other company wants to build a metaverse platform like yours, so what is the work pipeline of developing, or what would be the cost of a platform like this?
So for an e-commerce company, I would see they can start taking some steps in this direction. So currently, most of the e-commerce that happens, right, it's on mobile phones, right? Virtual reality headset are not accessible to everyone, right?
Right.
So there, augmented reality can play a very interesting role. So right now, I'm seeing a lot of interesting companies that are coming up that, that you can just switch on your phone, and on your phone camera, you can see the entire furniture in your room. You can place different furnitures in your room and you can decide that which furniture will suit you best, right? Similarly, there are try-ons. If you must have seen on Lenskart, you can try out, glasses on your
True.
face, right? That is also part of, the virtual ecosystem that will develop over the time. But right now, whatever is accessible to everyone, people should develop, products over that, right? So rather than developing on virtual headsets, people should develop these interesting products and tools for utility on mobile phone, right? So I see augmented reality can play a very interesting role to create those experience for purchasing, right? So those kind of products, I think, people can build and innovate in the e-commerce space.
So since we spoke about the developing ecosystem, so developer hiring is quite painful or difficult as there are very few developers in AR or VR or the 3D space. So how can this be solved, sir?
I think it will take time. Government is taking their step. Recently, government has set it up a committee for gaming and animation to promote that, right? And soon we will see that a lot of universities and colleges, they will start providing, major courses and all in this space. And once we have resources, once we have, high quality educations, once we'll see a major degree in IITs, on gaming, right? Then I think ecosystem will automatically start developing, right? So it will be time taking. We'll see it develop over the time. And secondly, once the requirement starts coming up, right? So there will be a lot of gaming companies outside India that have a lot of requirements for resources. So even if they are not getting formal education in gaming, they will start learning by themselves, right? Taking some diploma courses or learning on their own on the internet, right? So in the next 5 to 10 years, I'll see that a lot of game developers, animators will start coming out of India and will provide these their expertise to the entire world.
True. So how do you think digital identities are going to kind of shape the metaverse forward? And what is the overall view of the NFT sector? And what do you think is going to be the future of the NFT sector?
So what I've been observing, for the last, a few years, last couple of years, is that the new generation, the younger generation that is coming up, they are getting very much attached to their virtual identity, right? So right now I'm in my hometown and I just, talked to my father's driver, and he was, his salary is around 15,000 and he's spending around 2,000 rupees a month on Free Fire virtual assets, right? Can you believe this?
Wow.
So that is the kind of value people are perceiving in virtual objects, right now, right? And he's of age 23 years, right? So this is what is happening, in front of our eyes, and we are not seeing it. But in the next 4 5 years, we will see that the entire world will change, dramatically, with this attachment of people to this virtual assets. You or me and you can see in this virtual space is that the social network, right? Social network is also, I guess, a part of metaverse only, where we start getting attached to a virtual entity more than what is happening in real life, right? We are very much basically concerned about how many likes we get on a social media post, what people perceive of their personality on social media. Whatever we do, we first post it on social network, right? So that is also one of our, initial, you can say, idea of how eventually the attachment of people with virtual goods and virtual entity will evolve over the time, right? The only difference that will, be there from right now to, next 5 years would be that currently whatever the virtual assets that we are building, on games, on social network, we are not truly owning that, right? But with NFTs, that will change the game, right? With NFTs, whatever you start collecting in games, whatever you start collecting in, different social platforms that you use, you can truly own it and you can transfer it, you can share it, you can, sell it on a marketplace, right? So that will change.
Right. So in the year 2022, a lot of companies came up and a lot of startups came up. So what are your expectations from the year 2023, and does the future of Metaverse seem bright?
So the future of Metaverse is definitely bright, but the next 4 5 years would be, shaping up the industry or shaping up the space, right? The last year was a hype year, right? Where people were buying NFTs not for the sake of, the value which they perceive in it, but just to mint money, just to, basically 10x their money, right? So there were so many virtual, platforms that came up. There was Sandbox, where people were buying lands and, few millions dollars, right?
Yes.
But are people actually spending their time on that? No, right? People are still spending time on Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp. So I feel that the value of these products will get, these products will get their true value when people start using these platforms. People start using this, spending their time on these platforms. We are still using, normal platforms like regular platforms like YouTube for watching videos. We are not watching videos or, attending a Metaverse concert right now, right? Because the experience is not that smooth, right? If you are, moving in a virtual 3D space, it's not easily accessible. You have to access your laptop for that, right? So as we see over the time, the experience becomes much better, much more experiential. It becomes handy to masses, right? Then we will see the true use case of these metaverse platforms.
All right. So thank you so much, sir, for being on 3.0 TV and sharing your views and knowledge with our viewers. It was really great having you on the show.
Thank you so much. It was fun chatting.
So this was Mr. Saurabh Gupta, co-founder of online gaming metaverse platform Tamasha Live. He shared insights on building an Indian metaverse and the future of metaverse. Keep watching 3.0 TV for more such interviews. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. And for instant updates, do press the bell icon. This is me, Vishakha Thakur, signing off.